What's up? What's up? Oh, this is not a mic. This is a mic. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come on in. Hey, hey, Patricia in the house. Anna's here. Quirky Dreamers. Oh, this is Catherine. Is your name Catherine? We just met. I know it. Yes, I am going to get to your email first because I didn't get to it yesterday. What's up? I'm here. I promise. You can hear me, right? Please tell me I'm not muted. Please tell me I'm not muted. I'm not going to start. If you're watching the replay, I'm sorry. Just skip along till you see me share my screen. Just skip along till you see me share my screen. Okay, Catherine, dang, this memory. Steel trap. This is. Hey, Christy. All right, so I have not looked in the mirror. Look at this. It looks like I have a mullet. Can I fix this? Catherine. Right. All right, let me fix my hair. And before we get into it, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Like, email, I know. Can I grab my mic? I want to just touch my mic. I don't know. I know that email is not the sexiest thing you could be doing today. I know it's way cooler to like make TikToks and reels and post on Facebook and then you think you have the like illusion that you're doing something. But let me tell you something, and I say it with love. Email, I'm pointing at you. Email is where it's at, baby. Email is where it's at. And by it, I mean your business. By it, I mean money. By it, I mean leads. By it, I mean customers. Okay? Hey, here from SPI. What's up, Mrs. Gates? Oh my gosh, you're such a cutie. I can't make your profile picture bigger, but you're a cutie. Oh my gosh, Kylie Larson's here. What's up? Anyway, email. I will say it until the day I am leaving this earth. Email changed my life. It changed my life. Shout out Kit. It changed my life. I want it to change yours too. You don't have to use Kit. I use Kit. I've been using Kit for 10 years. You don't have to use Kit. It's just what I use. Anyway, this is not a sponsored by Kit thing. Anyway, let's get into it. Today, you're here because you're on the annual pass waitlist, the Christmas in July waitlist. You're here from smartpassiveincome.com. I shared that over in the community. If you didn't know, I'm the director of community over there. Oh my gosh, no pressure. And so I said, hey, I'm going live if you want to learn about email and you want to learn how simple live streaming can be, bada bing, bada boom. Y'all, I don't even have an outline for this. If you can't, hey, Campbell. Campbell was here yesterday and we were sprucing up their email. I don't even have an outline for this, but we're doing it. That's how simple live streaming can be. And shout out eCam. You can go to ecam.com/Liz to check out how I have used eCam to literally make millions of dollars. All right, let's get into it. We're going to spruce up some emails today. Okay, shout out Kit. Oh, do you guys mind if I go off script for a second? Do you mind? Because literally, let me share my screen. Hang on. Okay, we're going to get to these emails. But I am so excited because speaking of SPI, Pat Flynn and I are doing an event together, co-hosting, and it's actually going to be, what side is this on? It's actually going to be at Kit Studios in New York, and I'm so excited because I just submitted the outline. Can I show you guys the outline I just submitted? Where is it? Collabs. Oh, here it is. I'm just very excited about it. So this is not approved. Kit has to approve it because shout out to Kit. They're letting us use the space. So they got to approve, make sure, we're not doing anything they don't like. But I'm so excited. This is going to be called Collabs for Community Live. It's going to be open to only 30 people, one person on the wait list. Patricia, if you are here, put the wait list in the chat because people might just be watching from YouTube or whatever. They might not be on the wait list. If you are on the wait list, I'm giving away one free ticket to New York City to Collabs for Community Live. I literally just created this. But our objective, Pat Flynn and myself, we want every attendee to leave with one new collab, one finished piece of content, a promotion plan for the content, and a 90-day relationship plan. Okay. So we're going to bring 30 people, 30 special people in. It's just going to be 4.5 hours. So no, we're not going to have like lunch, but we'll have plenty of snacks and finger foods. Anyway, I'm really excited because we're going to talk about how creators can nurture their community and do that through collaborations. And then literally, what I'm really excited about is we're going to give you a menu of collaborations that you can record and or write and or set up that day. You're going to get a menu, and then you're going to pair with the people that pick the same thing on the menu, and then you're going to get to work. I'm so excited. I cannot believe Kit is offering up their brand new studio space, and we're going to be able to use their studio to create content, to film YouTube, podcast interviews, write up a newsletter swap, plan a co-hosted summit, all this stuff. I just came up with these ideas for you guys. There's only 30 tickets. I don't know the price yet. I know it's going to be under $500 because I don't play like that. I do not like it when people charge crazy. Okay. Yes. If you're excited about it, tell me in the chat. I am so excited. I love my glasses too. Thank you. I'm just stoked about this. So Kid Studio is going to become like a production lab for us, for the 30 people. I'm seriously stoked. Okay. So, and then of course, myself and Pat, we're going to be circulating, helping you get your ish together. And then we're going to use, because I'm the email fresh princess, we're going to map out like how you're actually going to do the promotion of the collab you did, right? Like it's not like most people, oh, we record a podcast and then like, what do you just send like a simple email? No, we are going to work out how you're going to send it. Like literally Kit will be there, Pat Flynn and Liz Wilcox will be there. We'll be in there working the room to help you figure out your email strategy to make the most out of whatever you create that day so that your community has it and your community feels like a community because they have it. Oh my gosh, I'm so effing excited about this. I'm so excited. The proposed date, October 1st, New York City, baby. New York City, October 1st. Looks incredible. So cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this too. So Carol, you can submit the emails. Patricia can put that in the chat. We have a form that you can fill out to submit emails. I know that I'm sorry, I just wasted 8 minutes of your time, but I'm just so excited about this event. Thank you for letting me spend some time. So we are going to go to the top of the hour. And if you submit and I didn't get to yours, don't worry. We're doing this again tomorrow. So yours would be like the first on the list tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Okay. I'm even more excited to help y'all get your email together. So let's get going. So this is a welcome email, and I see Samir G. Is that how I pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. Tell me in the comments if I'm mispronouncing. Okay. So this is the welcome email. Got it. Overall, I like the length. I might try to make it a little shorter. So now we're in it. We're in it, y'all. We press play. I would want to make this a little shorter. I actually like that you say dear sister. That feels unique. That feels different. That feels you. Okay, so I like that. Of course, if you have a first name for that person, like if I typed in Liz, admin@lizwilcox.com, I would want it to say dear Liz, not dear sister, right? But if I didn't put my name, sister is good. Now let's look at these notes real quick before I go over this. Why or how they land on my list? Why are they getting this email? Honestly, maybe. You want to put that, but you wouldn't want it to be like more than this. Dear sister, I'm honored you're on my email list. You could put that. You don't even have to say anything. Dear sister, thank goodness you're here. Finally, welcome to blah, 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 right? So it's a lot of different things, like you said. Some did this, some did that. So you don't overcomplicate it. You could literally just delete this, right? Used AI. Yes, always probably need to add more personality. Let me read through with that lens. Okay. I would put this, so subject line is okay. Maybe an emoji if you're not against emojis, they would actually, let me zoom in for y'all. Let me zoom in for y'all. Is that better? Okay. So I might put an emoji here, and then this would be the preview text. Okay. Let me know in the chat if you need to know what preview text is. Okay. Welcome to Simshala, Sanctuary for Women's Wellness, navigating your midlife years. You are in the exact right place. So I might say, dear sister, you are in the exact right place. Congrats on finding Simshala. Navigating your midlife years and the decades beyond just got easier, right? Around here, I invite you to treat it as a literal sanctuary. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. Okay. And then I might, so if you want to add a little personality without punch, right? I find that a lot of people, I'm very punchy. People say I'm quirky. I prefer the word punchy. Okay. But this is a literal sanctuary. You want to slow down your reader. You want to regulate their nervous system, right? My emails will sound like this and they'll be super exciting. And oh my gosh, did you see? Da, 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 let me show you something, right? This is not the vibe for Samir G, right? This is the vibe, right? So maybe we put in a picture, like a beautiful picture of you, or a picture of you in beautiful clothing or a beautiful setting, or maybe it's a GIF. Do you guys see the difference in my tone? We can do that with email also. Even the way she says dear. Normally I would say, don't ever start an email with dear, but because this is a sanctuary, that feels light, that feels honored, that feels beautiful to me. So, dear sister, welcome to your sanctuary. You're in the right place if you are navigating boom, 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 right? And then I would say here, this is how you add a little personality. Here's my prayer for you, colon. The moment you open these weekly emails. Now, Samir G is so smart with this because she said these weekly emails. She's telling you without telling you that I'm going to send you emails every week. Genius, okay? The moment you open these, and just delete this. It's warm, but it's unnecessary. Just tell them, don't invite them, just tell them. Treat it as a literal sanctuary. Boom, boom, boom. And then I might put a GIF, or that's where that beautiful picture that I was talking about would go. Love this. You already mentioned that, so you don't have to say that. So maybe the three, treat it as a literal sanctuary, a quiet space to close, blah, 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 and exhale. That's what the 3-minute reset is. Each issue, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Oh, I love this. We will always close with the pause, a single breath of inquiry for your soul to carry into the week. And then I would emphasize that here. Like, it might say something like, it might sound corny, and it's also very easy to skip because this is an email, but I really want you to have that pause. Thank you for trusting me. And this might even go, well, no, we don't want to put it in a PS. Never mind. I love this. I love this. I love this. And then PS. She's got it right here. Looking or ready for a deeper physical shift, learn how to fully nourish with my reset program. Okay, so I've got 2 thoughts on this. Number 1, I love that you are right off the bat sharing a paid product. Chef's kiss, beautiful. Number 2, and this is the caveat of it all, I really want there to be a yes or no question somewhere in this email. Usually I put it in the PS here, but I really like that you have this paid program here. So where can we find a place to ask a very simple yes or no? Thank you for trusting me. Our first issue will arrive soon. And then I might say, oh, before I go, please hit reply with a yes or no, and then ask the question. And it's got to be a yes or no question because it has to be like front of brain. I know the answer right away. So like, have you had a massage in the last 7 days? Hit reply yes or no. Just something simple like that. Hit reply yes or no. Did you actually take a breath when I said take a breath? Something really simple like that. Okay. I'm going to go back to the chat, see if she had any questions. Simmer. Sorry, I was pronouncing your name wrong. Simmerjeet. That's beautiful. Okay. All right, let's go to the next email. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. And as we're going, feel free to put in the chat any aha moments. Like I love feedback, guys. So if you can't tell, this is a two-way street, baby. I do love the sound of my own voice, but I love the sound of yours too. And I want, my whole thing is like teaching you how to use your voice via email, right? But now let's practice in the chat. Tell me what you think. Did you like the email? Did you have an aha? Oh, Liz, I never thought about the yes or no question. I want to know. All right, this is Dr. Jenna in the house. Dr. Jenna, what's up? Subject line. First and foremost, look at this email. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I promise not to do any more accents. It's gorgeous because it's short and sweet. We talked about this yesterday if you want to go back to the replay from yesterday. But emails really should not be more than 400 words. If you can get them 100 words, 200 words, again, chef's kiss. Okay, so let's look at how many words this is. It's got to be like 100, maybe 120. Oh, I'm good. It's 140. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So first of all, the subject line is okay. It could definitely get my attention. I will say I hate title case. Yeah, I don't normally say the word hate, but title case is where the first letter is capitalized. I don't like it because very professional businesses use it. I want when you send an email to a person, I want them to think, oh, I know Dr. Jenna. I know J-Dog. She's my girl, right? Like she's got my back. And title case screams, I'm a professional and you need to learn from me. And while that is true, that's maybe not what we want to scream. We want to scream, hey, I'm here for you and I know what I'm talking about. It's a subtle difference, but it's there. So I would lowercase all of this. Some people uppercase, capitalize the first one. I lowercase everything. Yeah. And I might even change it because I like very short subject lines. Might change it to subject, quick tip, preview text, coping with your conservative family. Ew. Okay. So Liz, Shahara, Nahaku, Simmerjeet. I can't lie sometimes. Blah, 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 blah. I love that this is short and sweet. It's very easy to skim. I would probably just delete I can't lie. We don't think you're lying. So it just get into it because people are not reading, they're skimming. So the shorter the email, the better. Sometimes I still find myself in the trap of trying to DIY everything instead of reaching out to community and support. And she might even be able to say reaching out for support. But this past month, I broke myself free from this trap. Wanted to learn how to update my makeup. I decided Okay. So we really want to get people to this video. Okay. So I like that we've got a short story here. I like that it's a short story. But I would say let's reword it to make it a little more exciting. Sometimes I would even remove the word still. Sometimes I find myself in the trap of and I would delete all of this too. Sometimes I find myself in the trap of DIYing everything instead of reaching out for support. But this past month, comma, I broke myself free, exclamation point. That's just easier to read. I wanted to learn how to update my makeup. And then while this is it's not bad, we could still shorten it to finally get to this point. I decided to update my makeup. So I decided to schedule a lesson with blah, blah, blah. And then maybe even a picture. Okay. Like a picture could go really far. Anyways, that got me thinking about how I can share more of my expertise and guidance with you. Okay, so this is kind of buried in all this text. So you could shorten like that, or you could just take this and hit the space bar and make that a separate text so that this is seen. Because this is bolded, I don't even look at this because this is a longer paragraph. I mean, it is actually short, but we're on the internet here. This is a longer paragraph and this is bolded. I don't even read this, right? My brain just skips right. I see the word Minneapolis. I see LGBTQ. I see this. I don't even read any of this, okay? So make it its own paragraph. And then what I want you to do is short video, like hyperlink this whole thing. That's going to help you increase your clicks, okay? Delete this, hyperlink this, and then say something like, no, seriously, this video is less than 2 minutes. Remember, you don't have to DIY your way through sucky family relationships. Let's do this together. I love this. It's choppy, it's punchy, it's awesome. And then, but I think the only thing that's missing from this is a PS inviting them to reply. This is a very hot topic, right? Very hot topic. So, and likely they feel like maybe they don't have anyone to talk to, or it's something they talk about with their friends all the time. But, you know, they want to talk about it more, especially with a professional, a doctor, a therapist, right? So PS, hit reply if this is something you're struggling with. You know, I'd love to hear from you. Or hit reply if this is relevant content to you. You know, I'm always trying to create the best stuff for you. All right, let me go to the chat. Sometimes I recommend adding emojis. If it's in your style, add emojis. Easy to see with the eye. Yes, making sure that, you know, like this is a short and sweet email, but again, I'm skimming. Like I'm on my phone, I'm skimming, right? I'm not really reading, I'm just skimming. So making things broken up can really help. It's not that I'm trying to get everyone to write like me. It's that I'm trying to, like I as in Liz, I'm trying to get your readers to actually slow down and read your stuff. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Ooh, this is titled Big News. I love it. First of all, subject line is great. You can't really see the subject line, but it's like up here in the tab. Okay. First and foremost, shout out to Jess for submitting. Can I just pause here? Shout out to all of you for submitting. This is really brave. And I hope that you know I'm saying all of this with love and I'm going fast simply because we have a lot to go through. Not that I don't, you know, not that I'm being dismissive. So anyway, first and foremost, I mean, the length is all right. I love the little personalization, XOXO Jess emoji. I love that. This is kind of easy on my eye, so I like that. Ooh, and you know what I really like? She's selling here. Shout out, Jess. Let's put let's put a go Jess in the chat and maybe like some money emojis or something, because we should all be selling more. I'm going to go on a tangent for 1 second. I saw a like Instagram reel or something, and it was this lady preaching to business owners about like the first thing I do in my business every day is try to make a sale. And the last thing I do every day is try to make a sale. And she said, if you're not selling, you don't have a business. And that's the absolute truth. I say it with love. I don't know if she said it with love. I say it with love. It's the absolute truth. And so when you're even in those first few months, etc., your objective should not be to be learning how to make awesome live streams. It should not be, I'm going to do a 60-day Instagram reel challenge, unless those reels are leading to real sales, right? Like you've got to figure out an offer, who you're selling to, and figure out how to sell it as fast as you can, okay? That's my advice. That's how you're actually going to make money. Okay, so hi. I would love to see something else here. Oh, let me zoom in. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Let me move myself over. Can you see better now? Yes, money. Go Jazz. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Also, can you give me a thumbs up? I only see one thumbs up. There's 16 of us watching. I only see one thumbs up. That's really bad for my ego. It's really sad and bad for my ego. All right, at least I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay, so it just says hi here, which means that when you're in the email service provider, you're not putting a filler word. So, for example, Simmerjeet that we just did, she said like, dear sister, right? The sister would be the filler word if I don't have your first name. So I'd love to like, hi there, hi friend, hello angel, hello mama, right? This is a birthplace, so we know these are moms or soon to be, right? Something here, just make it a little more personal, okay? I like that we're starting with a question here. Have you ever found yourself blah, blah, blah? Honestly, we never need the word have in a question. You can just start, you ever found yourself staring, boom, boom, boom? Again, that's optional. I mean, this is me being nitpicky, but that's what you paid me for. Oh, wait, you're getting this for free. Oh my gosh, that Liz Wilcox, she's so generous. You ever found yourself staring at the phone screen at 3 a.m., desperately typing X and Y? Okay, this is really good because she knows her customer, which is especially important when you're selling, right? This is a sales email. So she's putting in copy about her customer, right? How to know if the baby's getting enough milk. Why does pumping hurt? So we don't need to say phone screen, and we don't need to type out 3:00 a.m. You could just say, you ever found yourself staring at the phone at 3 a.m., desperately typing? You might even not even have to say phrases like, you could say desperately typing, how to know, why does. Okay, if you just nodded your head, you are completely normal and you don't need, oh, love it. Look at her, look at the way this email is automatically answering, like addressing objections head on, or addressing behaviors and getting them to change their mind. Like the behavior of this new mom is to read the internet articles in the middle of the night, right? And then she's telling them, actually, this is what you don't need A, you need B. And guess what? I offer B. B is my thing. This is a genius sales email. This is good. Notice how I also like, this is subtle. She didn't say but, she said and. You're normal and. And so that's just a little subtle way of affirming the customer, which is what you really want to do, which is exactly why I'm so thrilled to share some big news. Now, what I don't like about this email is all the bolding, and I say it with love. This is bolded, this is bolded, this is bolded. First of all, and I say it with love, why are you bolding your own brand? Unless this goes to a sales page link, don't bold it. Don't bold it. And we don't need to bold this. What we actually need to bold is this, right? Because that's kind of the segue in the brain of like, now we're switching gears. We were talking about this. Now we're talking about some big news. Okay. So I would just bold this or italicize it. So starting today, we're officially expanding to offer, oh my gosh, this is so great. I might italicize this. And then I might bold, so I might not bold this, I might bold this. I'm just giving you lots of different options. This is fine bolded, but don't bold this. Don't bold any of this. It's so distracting. Now this is a line, no packing up a newborn and driving to the clinic. So literally your subject line is big news. That's good. The preview text should be that. No packing up and driving to a clinic. Or something like keep the car seat at home. Something like that. Love this. Love this. I love that you have the investment here. I think that's important for moms. Don't waste their time. I love that you're mentioning it's a virtual series. Want to get ahead of the learning curve. Oh, good, good, good. Smart, smart, smart. And Google Meet, we don't really need this information. This virtual live interactive group class covers everything. Boom, boom. So you could just delete that. Just say the word virtual. But you already said it here, so you don't even really need it there. Instead of bolding, just italicize. Italicize is like, if bolding is A, italicizing is B. But we need this to be A. We need this to be B. Okay. And I might even move the best part. We want the dates. Like, this is maybe how our brain works, how I'm seeing it. When, how much, why, right? So the when is the date. How much, second. The why is the best part. And it might, yeah, okay, never mind. As a subscriber, you get early access. I love that. I love that so much. Love it, love it. Boom, boom. Now, the formatting is a little weird here, right? Like there's so much spacing where this is like normal spacing between paragraphs. I don't know if that's just because it's a preview or if it actually sent like that, because that's weird. Anyway, overall, B+, just a couple little things to make it A+. Did anybody notice anything else about it? Patricia says, if you aren't selling, your people are missing out. Amen. Amen. I love how you guys put the thumbs up in the chat. I meant like the video is what I meant, actually. But I love you guys, and I appreciate you. Symergy is having some amazing aha moments. I love that. Campbell says, I love the way you think about this. Take a step back and think about the order of how people read it. Yeah, just thinking about, so Campbell's talking about like this order, right, that I put. Just thinking about what's most important. What are they thinking about first? They're probably thinking, okay, when is it? When can I attend? Then they're thinking, well, how much can I attend financially? And then they might already be arguing with themselves, $147. But if you give them the best part, then they, oh, well, all right, let me check it out. And then you give them the link. All right. I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay. I don't know who this is. Let's see. Sylvia. Oh my gosh, you know what just came to my head? Do you guys know that Dr. Hook? It's a very old band. They had a song called Sylvia's Mother. That's what this reminds me of. Okay. Let me zoom in, y'all. Let me zoom in. Can you guys see this? I'll move myself. Give me 1 sec. I just want you guys to be able to read it. Oh, there I am. All right. Oh, hey, Conrad. What's up? All right, we are on email number 3. If you just hopped on and you don't know what the heck we're doing, we are sprucing up some emails. We are looking at emails. We're sprucing them up. We're taking them. All of these, honestly, have been good. We're taking them from good to great, baby. Good to great. All right. And there is still time to submit your emails. Patricia can put that in the chat on how to do that. Still time to submit your emails if you want to. If I don't get them today, we're doing this all week. So don't worry. If you're like, oh, I just submitted mine and you didn't get to it. Don't worry. We're still moving and grooving. And we've got 23 minutes left. And honestly, we only have one email. Like somebody else sent me one. Let's see if they gave me access yet. Nope. So we really only have one email left. Okay, so this is from Sylvia. She says, when the school day ends, your second shift begins. Preview, don't have to carry the second shift alone. I'm just going to skim through this real quick. Just skimming. All right, so number one, what I want to say, and what I've said before, like literally 5 minutes ago, is we want to make sure that email is easy to read. And so Sylvia's done a good job where it's very short and sweet, but it's a lot of this short and sweet, which kind of counteracts itself. It makes it so I'm skimming, and I'm maybe reading reteach, tears, you, them to keep going, protect them from another 0, some nights, math stretches, reading passage, remembered, forgot. Whoops. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not reading. So we've got to break it up where some of the text, and it looks like I can edit this. So maybe some of the text looks like this and like this. And then like, see how it just flows a little better. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Also, and I say this with love, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm not. I don't know about you, but when I see a lot of you, and it's one sentence paragraphs, 3 to 10 of them in a row, it's giving AI. For me, it looks like AI wrote this. Am I wrong? I don't know. Put AI in the chat if you feel me, right? Yeah, so I say it with love, but it looks like AI did the bulk of this email. That could be totally hogwash. Sylvia could have written this, but I'm just letting everyone, including Sylvia, letting everyone know that that's what it looks like. That's what it's giving. Okay? So we want to, can I actually do this? Okay, that's so much. You see how much easier that is to read when it's like this? Let's side note. So a lot of y'all, and put hashtag guilty in the chat. Some of y'all's emails look like this. Like you send yourself an email and it's like all the way to the dang end of it. But your emails should look like this, okay? Where there's white space. Hold up. Where there's white space over here. See how much easier that is to read, right, Campbell? Right. You see how much easier that is to read? Tell me in the chat if that's easier to read for you. So again, I don't know what Sylvia's actual email looks like. This is obviously in a Google Doc. But y'all's email should look like this. And if you email us, admin@lizwilcox.com, Patricia can give you our email template, the HTML code, because our emails look like this, okay? And some of y'all's are just, I look at it like this is dressed for Walmart. Like it is not put together. So let me just do this number. Actually, I'll make it a little, let me make it. All right. So now let's get to the email. I say it with love. This subject line is a little too short. I might say school day ends, period, second shift begins, period. That's going to shorten it, okay? And then I would say always, 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 and this is like, what was it, MLA back in the day, APA guidelines, shout out high school, shout out university. They would say don't use contractions. Do not use contractions. I say do use contractions. You don't have, almost nobody, unless you're emphasizing. Like I say, do not use contractions. I'm emphasizing. If we were just having a normal conversation, I'd be like, yeah, don't use contractions. You see the difference? We want to sound like a real human. Real humans use contractions. That's why they exist. Because our language evolves, right? People back in the day, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years ago, they're like, why am I saying do not when I could say don't? Right? Why would I say brother if I could say bro? Why say bro if I can say bruh? Right? That's how language evolves. And we're at the point of contractions. So use contractions. Use contractions. All right? Put in the chat. Put your favorite contraction, like can't, ain't, won't, shouldn't. Put a contraction in the chat so you feel me. Okay. Hi, first name. Hey, Conrad. Hey, Simmerjeet. Hey, Patricia. The new school year begins in a few weeks. See how much better that looks? God, it just looks so much better. So, I love this paragraph because she's future pacing with them, right? She's saying, oh, maybe you're looking forward to this, that, or the other. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. But you might be also doing this negative thing. The school day may end at dismissal, but for many families, it's all over again at home. Can I get an amen? And even putting in a little bit of personality here, like parentheses, can I get an amen? Right? Put a little person. The thing that this email, we'll say tactically, is good. There's nothing wrong with what is written here. But, and Sylvia, look at me. Look at me. I say this with love. There is nothing right now that distinguishes your email from any other email they're getting. Anyone could have written this email. I could have written this email. And I say it with love. It sounds a little AI. I'm not saying that you wrote it with AI, but AI could have written this email. Where is Sylvia in this email? Where is Sylvia? Where's the beef? Where's Waldo? Where's Sylvia? Like if I was writing this, instead of hi first name, I would say, oh my gosh, first name. I can't believe the new school year begins in a few weeks. Yeah, sure. We're all looking forward to blah, 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 but we also might be do. Because here's the thing, the school day might end at dismissal, but for many families like mine and yours, first name, it starts all over again at home. And then I might put a GIF here with like an exhausted mom or kids screaming or the fridge falling over or kids getting off of school bus. What is in your personality? I would put the most outrageous GIF ever here. I would put like a Saturday Night Live. Actually, let's look it up because I got time I remember there was an SNL skit about a mom. And so, okay, we've got like maybe I would put this, mom needs why. Again, this is in my personality, not yours. Maybe I type in the word sad and see what that comes up, right? So like this looks like a mom screaming at her kids, right? Or, oh, now we got, what's her name? Abby, maybe we put this. Like you just get what is in Sylvia's personality. What Liz would put is not what Sylvia would put, is not what Conrad would put, is not what Melquia would put, okay? Said with love, where is Sylvia? And also, there's a little, or not a little, there's a good amount of Sylvia's reader in here. You also maybe want, like, this is good copywriting, but it's not great copywriting. Great copywriting is when we add in, like, does she have moms that feel like this? Or does she have moms that feel like this? You see the difference, right? Like, I don't know Sylvia's audience, right? So it could be different. Also, shout out, this is RKA. This is one of my good friends. She has the most amazing GIFs ever, right? Like, does she have moms that look like this? Does she have moms that look like this? Does she have moms that look like this, right? Like, Sylvia, I want to see you in this email, okay? And then I love a bullet point. So instead of this, by evening, unfinished classwork. Whoops. You guys get what I'm saying. Right? And it would have the word here, you get what I'm saying, right? Okay. Let me fix that for her. Okay. Even leaving the ... like it's just a little easier to read here. And you are the one trying to hold it together. So again, contractions. You're the one trying to hold it together. And then I say it with love, but look at all these. You're the one. You. In copywriting and in writing in general, this is a no bueno. Okay, this is not good. Because people skip over things that are too predictable to read. This is very predictable. And so I'm just gonna, yeah. And then I've literally skipped over. This is the next sentence. Look at how much I'm gonna skip because I'm looking for something that's not predictable in my brain. So you could say, you're the one trying to hold it together. And then maybe you put like emojis. Helping without doing the work, reteaching lessons, calming tears, managing shutdowns. And these are bulleted. You could bullet it with a bullet. You could bullet it with a emoji. You could bullet it with a little dash, however you want to do it. With a little ... little ellipses action, however you want it to. And this is good. Again, maybe we're going on and on and on. And we don't even need this because you just set it here. Okay. So you could delete this or delete this. We don't need both. We want to keep it short and sweet. These are busy moms. Also, that's another thing, y'all. Think about who you're sending this to. If you're sending this to busy moms, we want to keep the emails as short as possible, okay? Because they're busy. Now, this is what we bold because we want people to stop here. We want them to read. If this happened in your home and you could literally delete the word school. Last year, I want you to know something. It doesn't, contractions, please. It does, or well, this might be emphasis. You might leave a contraction here or leave it into 2 words. It does not have to feel the same this school year. And then I would just delete this and just be very active. Stand firm in your opinions, my love. Your child is not lazy, careless, or incapable. At blue blah blah, da 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 da. And then I would even do this. At Tutor Spark Thinking, we, number 1, identify the skills that were missed. And number 2, then you already said we. We don't need we again. Then teach those skills step by step. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then I would put this here. I would hyperlink this whole second thing. I would hyperlink this. Okay. Let me go through. Again, this is a little formal, which might be your thing. But, you know, once we receive the form, who's we? Once I receive the form, I'll contact you to confirm the appointment. Whoops. Just a thought. If you want to use we, I don't care. Now, the last thing I want to say about this email is that this could be 2 emails. Remember I said, oh, you have this, so cut this, right? Those could be 2 separate emails. You try to protect them from another 0, missing assignment. See, you've said another so many times. Delete, 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 right? You try to protect them from A, B, C, D, but you can't always do that, especially if you don't know what is wrong or why we keep having this pattern. Get your diagnostic today. Boom, that's the end of the email. Then the second email is, you know, something like, does this sound familiar? Picture it, Monday night, one assignment takes over the whole evening. Despite you having plans to do something fun, yet again, you're having to push it to the back burner. Math stretches, blah, blah, blah. If this, and I would say, if this keeps happening in your home, I want you to know something. It doesn't you don't have to end the school year this way. Your child is not lazy, boom, 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 at da, 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 right? 2 emails, baby. All right, we just wrote a whole new email for her. All right. Oh, we've got Christina in the chat, and Christina is awesome because she's an amazing copywriter. So let's see what she's got to say. Add your personality. Depending on the audience, you can use phrase interruptions, image breaks, try to talk it out on a voice note. Super smart. Evoke the emotion, go into the story, bring out the revelation. Oh, y'all, she should be the one doing this. She's so smart. Yes. And don't be afraid to evoke the emotion of how they felt when they were in school. Oh, Christina, yes, that's another email for her, right? How they can support their child. I love that. I love that so much. All right. Was this helpful? I sure hope so. I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We have 5 minutes, so let me see if that other email, yes, okay. There was one more email I wanted to look at today, and I finally have access to it. So let me pull it up. And then it looks like we've got 3 on our docket for tomorrow. So if you've sent in your email in the last hour, you know, like during this presentation or during this live, we will get to those tomorrow because we've got about 5 minutes. One moment, please. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so we've got 2 here. We're just going to look at 1. Kylie, okay, look at this. I'm just skimming. Y'all, this was the first time I'm looking at these. Y'all already know. Tell me in the comments what I would suggest to Kylie here, what would I suggest? Remember, I said when we've got all of this in the same, it can make it so people don't read. So what would I suggest? Are you guys paying attention? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yay, super helpful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're enjoying the membership. Okay. Yeah, and if you're not in the membership, remember we're doing pass holder. The pass opens in 8 days, I believe, or 7 days. Patricia, tell me. I think the 23rd and the 24th, the pass will only be open for 48 hours, and then it won't be open again until November. Bullets. Almost. Super close. I would suggest deleting the words keep it. I would say keep it light, period. Doable, period. Consistent, period. You've got this, and I would put their first name. You've got this, Liz. You've got this, Christina. You've got this, Chelsea. You've got this, Shahara. You've got this, Conrad. Kylie. All right. So now that we've started from the bottom, now we're here. Shout out Canceled Drake. My sister is always telling me that I need to not mention problematic people. Okay, anyway. We want to put a first name here. Miss Kylie. Kylie's in the chat, by the way. Super exciting. Oh, let me zoom in for y'all. Sorry. Hang on. Let me see if I can. There we go. There we go. And again, I'm using Ecamm. Ecamm makes it simple, folks. All right, a 3-step way to use your summer toolkit plus more. I say it with love, Kylie. We need to minus more. This subject line is too long. Subject line, use your summer toolkit. Preview text. 3 steps, ... or is it, ? And I say, or is it, because she's saying plus more. We're giving more. So it's like, is it 3 steps? What is it? That creates intrigue. We want to create intrigue here. And let me just check my calendar, y'all, because we've got 2 minutes. Okay, I've got a half an hour buffer. Okay, perfect, because yesterday I was super late to an appointment. Okay, just redid the subject line for you. Okay. Hi, first name. So glad you grabbed this before you dive in. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I would say that, and I say it with love, you know that. Everybody says this. How can we spice it up, Kylie? How can we make this Kylie? You know, hey, first name, you just grabbed this toolkit. But wait, before we dive in, and then maybe there's even a GIF of somebody diving. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Okay? Now this is precision, baby. Or if it's in Kylie's personality, let's do this. How do you spell survivor? Show. It's not showing survivor. So I was going to pull up like a funny dive from the show Survivor, because everyone dives terribly on that show. And so like what's your personality, right? Right. I can't find one, but you get what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't it be funny to have like somebody diving into water, right? Like, you know, before we dive in, you know, like this person's obviously about to dive or whatever, right? You know, before we dive in and something like that. Okay. You get what I'm saying. Where's the email? Before we dive in, GIF, and that just breaks it up, because here's the thing. Usually when people sign up for your email list for this learning guide toolkit thing, they likely signed up for someone else's email list almost at the same time. They're actively on Google, Pinterest, in AI, whatever. They're actively searching for a solution. So they're signing up for your email list, and Cassandra's and Heather's and Tevins, right? They're signing up for a bunch. So we want right off the bat, if they're going to get a bunch of emails in a row that look the same, how can we break the pattern? Okay. But I do love the length of this email. I mean, it's a little long, but honestly, like look how clean and easy to read this is. Shout out you. Okay. Again, the goal, we're not reading that. The goal is not to create a school at home. It's to make summer learning feel boom, boom, boom. Love this. It's so easy to read. It's so clean. You clearly know what you're doing here. Then I might bullet this. This might look like ... bullet, reading, bullet, helping, bullet, comparing, bullet, right? Small steps count, first name. Because again, this is a little long, but I don't know how to shorten it because it's actually really good. It's a little long, so we're going to break the pattern. We're going to slow the reader down with those bullets and their first name. Small steps count, Liz. Small steps count, Tiff. Okay? And then just remove the word and. Honestly, done consistently. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, we got a little webinar here. What I would want to see, what I'm seeing work well, and I've been testing this over at Smart Passive Income and here at Liz Wilcox, are borders. Borders around images are working really well, but what Kylie's done also really well is this play button. Also, what's working really well in my emails are screenshots where the screenshot looks terrible. Like if we were about to, let me show you. Hold up. Like if I was doing a screenshot of this email for an email, like, hey, here's the replay, I would do a screenshot where it's like, right, somebody screenshot that. And so it just looks really bad, or like, oh gosh, why did she do that? It's just working. It's not everyone's style, but I'm telling you that it's working really well. One more thing. I might put this in a PS just to kind of break it up. I also share in this learning webinar, and then I would talk about the webinar a little bit. If we actually want people to click, I would talk about the webinar, and I would put all this in a PS. So, this webinar, one sentence, how long it is, and why they should watch, and then say, okay, I'll let you get to it. PS, one more thing. Do. But I would also want to see like a yes or no question somewhere to get people to reply. Getting people to reply at the beginning is so important. And I'm not going to tell you not to do this. Something that I'm seeing a lot lately, I don't know why, is people like, hit reply and let me know you got this email. I'm just like, what's that GIF? What's that guy? Blank, stare, blinking. Hang on. Why are these not working? This is like showing me, it must not be loading. This is literally showing me the same GIFs over again. Like literally this is me when people are like, hit reply and let me know you got this email. I'm literally Stanley from The Office, okay? I'm literally Michael, like, are they kidding me? I'm literally like, stop wasting my time, right? Like, this is me to Patricia, okay? I'm like, oh my gosh, don't do it. This is me to my customers. Don't do that. Because it puts the burden on the other person, okay? It puts a burden on you, the reader. But if you're asking a question, like we as the writer are going to get the same thing. We're going to get replies, but it's going to feel like the reader has a purpose instead of like, oh, I'm helping you out. Let me know if you got this. Like, I don't know, I roll. But if you're saying like, hit reply, did your kid pass math class last year? Yes or no? I'm going to email, yes, they did, but barely. Or, yeah, math isn't the problem. It's reading. It's going to be a no, but, or a yes, and. It's very rare that I get an email that just says yes or no. They always explain themselves. Why? Because they feel like I'm opening up a conversation. Telling me you got my email is not opening a conversation. What am I supposed to say? Oh, thanks. Right? All right. Okay, I'm already over time. I hope this was helpful. I feel like there were more to these emails. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep going just really quickly just to see. Again, we already know they need clear strategy, confidence, someone. Like, we don't need this. Okay. This is a big old paragraph. We want to break that up or, chop it up or cut it down. Love this in the PS. I might put this up at the top too. I've seen what happens when students finally get support that fits. If you already know you want that for your kid, you can book a consult with me here. Or we can keep moving. Right? Okay. And then let's look at this one. Want to make sure the learning. Again, we already know what's wrong with this subject line. Y'all tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments what's wrong with that subject line. If you downloaded, you probably, Kylie, I love you. I say it with love. They did download it. They do care. So, hey, you can just say, I know you want to help your child stay sharp this summer, period. And you definitely want to figure out how to make it feel less stressful. And I would talk about the stressors. Let's really dig in with them. Those things that you put in that first email, let's put them here, right? Like, talk about how stressed their kid is, talk about how stressed they are, and then say, but you have a secret weapon, the toolkit. No, hang on, I didn't read this. But you have a secret weapon in your pocket. 4011 Learning. What's up? My name's Kylie. Here's my experience. And this summer, I want to help your kids. Boom, freaking boom. My goal is simple, or our goal, however you want to do it. Help students. And then, I say it with love, but let's get more granular here. Help students feel confident, ready to succeed. Like, what does that mean? I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. Help students, and even further, help parents and students stop fighting at home for hours and just get their work done quickly so they can get on with their lives. Feeling, I must warn you though, or warning alert. Students will feel more confident and ready for the next school year. Boom, boom, boom. All right. I hope that's helpful. Also, I love you. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 please. I'm so glad I saw this. Never, ever, ever, any of you hyperlink just one word. You've got to hyperlink the whole thing. This is so hard to click on. What if I'm a mom with bifocals? What if I'm a busy mom that's just, I'm doing this while my toddler is doing this, hyperlink the whole sentence. Do it. I love you. All right. Let me go back. Oh, did y'all tell me what was wrong with the subject line? The subject line was too long. The subject line was too long is what it was. All right. Yes, Christina says, instead of feel confident, give them the visual, right? What does feeling confident do? What does it look like? Help. Oh, Christina is good. Y'all need to hire her. Make friends, not stress over a quiz. You're so welcome, my love. You're so welcome. Okay. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks for hanging out with me for an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. If you liked this video, if you want more content like this, please subscribe, like the video, press the thumbs up button, feed my ego, feed the algorithm or whatever. I want to do more stuff like this. I don't know when I can. I mean, we're doing it tomorrow too, same time, same place, okay? Thank y'all so much. I had a great time. I really, really, really mean it when I say I want email to work for you. And I really mean it when I say I'm willing to put in the work if you're willing to put in the work. So I appreciate you submitting. That's super brave. I mean, this is living on YouTube, replays being sent out, you know, like it's super brave. So I appreciate you. I hope all of this feedback was received with love because it was said with love, because I really want you to make money. I really want you to make money. And I really want to help you do that. So thank you so much. Yes, thumb it up. I need a mug that says thumb it up. Thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow.